Well, good morning, everybody.
Hey guys.
And I want to welcome everybody in. And there you go, flipping screens. My Jesus, I hate that. Uh, I've got vertigo and things just, ugh. See, no, stop it. So here we go. I want to welcome everybody in and to remind you if you didn't catch Across the Waves last night, go find out who Star is. And it's not a ship. It's a thing, a person, place, or thing. Yeah, it's a thing. And they're going to tell you about Star. And if you have nothing to do, tomorrow night, it's after dark. And Scott's on location. And as you know, he doesn't put the vlog out. He virtually shows us what's going on. And I want him to show you, this is really, I'm serious. In his room, he's got that virtual balcony. I want you to look at that because I saw it maybe a couple of years ago when it first came out on JJ Cruise. And they had it. But I didn't understand it. I just thought it was, a picture-like thing. But it makes noise. Like if it's raining, it makes rain noise and stuff. And I like that because I go to sleep by the rain. So anyway, check Friday night out. We got a special show, Go Live Together After Dark. Well, where we be drinking and saying things that we shouldn't say, but we're grown. After dark. And did you know, I don't know if y'all knew this up top, but the only thing that I can read is that TB thing. What is that? What is that TB? That app.
You mean Chat GPT?
No, it's not. It's, well, anyway, it's where you get your statistics from YouTube.
YouTube Studio?
Not YouTube Studio, the other one.
TubeBuddy.
There you go, TB. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it meant, but that's it.
I was trying to avoid tuberculosis.
Stop. Our After Dark show is really good. Have y'all noticed that? The After Dark show is really, really good, and people come to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, wow, After Dark is bumming. It's good. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Y'all take it away.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team. I am Jeremy. This is Cheryl. Up top, you got Scott and Eddie. Good morning, gentlemen. How is the temperature where you are, Eddie?
Right now, it's 33 degrees.
Ooh.
And very sunny. So it should feel like in the 40s right now outside, which is cool.
Scott?
It's in the low 60s. It's a nasty, gnarly day. The captain came on the 1MC this morning in everyone's room.
Nice.
At 6 o'clock in the morning to tell us all very disappointing news. Due to 47 knot winds, we will not be able to dock at Coco Cay. And now, because of time and the schedule, now we are harbored just off the coast of Coco Cay, actually more closer to Norwegian's island, Great Stirrup, which is right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to harbor here and shake back and forth all day. The top decks are closed. All of things like the flow rider and a lot of the other activities on board are also closed due to the high winds and the shaking of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real bummer.
I like it.
I know how you feel. I feel that way.
I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, right.
It's a good day to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Welcome in. Hashtag Team Replay. Thank you guys so much for coming back to check out today's shenanigans. If you are, once again, type in that word hashtag replay. That way that we know that you were here. And thank you so much for joining the show. For those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in to the morning shenanigans. Cruising on the high seas and travel has made it in before the show. And he said, Rob says, today's question of the day is, what is your favorite activity to do while cruising or traveling? Let us know in the chat and comments section. Eddie Lugo Studios. Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, everyone. Hit that like button. Don't be lazy.
Okay.
I like that. That is nice.
Did I hit the like button?
In case this morning. Unfortunately, due to the weather, we were not able to make a stop at the I read the seas, but also for our safe docking and holding position alongside the wind that was the place. Also, we were not able to run at facilities on the island and provide any service. Hence, we aborted our call to Cocotte, and instead, we are now having extra day at sea as we are sailing back home. We still have to deal with lots of wind and water seas throughout the day that will result in minor movement of the vessel. However, nothing big or something we should worry about. Just please be careful and walk around the ship. And hold on to the railings, especially when taking stairs. Ladies, were there any tigers today? The reason our front decks will remain closed due to very high winds for the safety of most of them. Well, I thank you for understanding. It is still important matter to all of us, and I can only wish you peaceful day at sea while you are enjoying our amazing after the season, our best services, of course. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Yep, straight from the captain.
Live, straight from the captain. That was cool.
Y'all not getting off the ship.
That's what it sounds like. You're not getting on top deck either.
No, I mean, like I said, a lot of the services are closed. And of course, the captain just advised the ladies not to wear high heels today because of moving of the ship. So,
speaking of ladies, Elizabeth has made it in. Good morning.
Hey,
babe.
Cruising with Keith has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
Yes, Controversial Cruising. Thank you for checking in early into the show. We always appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Scott.
Mike and j&S Adventures has made it in. Good morning.
Hey, friend.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Swoop. Swoop.
Yes, Swoop Like Me has made it in. Hello.
Hey, Swoop.
Good morning.
You driving?
And let's see. The mother and daughter duo have made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it in. Good morning. And she says, good morning, family. Wishing everyone a great day. It's a nice chill day in Florida. When is your next cruise?
43 days.
43 days for us. And thank you for that donation of fairies and fresh fruit. Straight out the gate. Oh, and butter toast too. I see it. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Hey, Jennifer, it was my phone that said hen. It should have said Jen. I hate this phone.
Yep. Hey, Savage Batman has made it back. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
The Muster Drill has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep.
I'm doing good, Swoop.
Kathy Mills has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Here.
Will G is here working and listening.
Good morning.
Hi.
Oh, snap. She's in San Antonio.
You're right, 3 hours from us.
Yeah, 51 degrees in San Antonio, Texas.
Mm.
That'll work.
Yeah, you're only 3 hours away.
Yeah, San Antonio is beautiful. If you ain't never been out there, make it a point to get out there.
Go to the river walk.
I would say, isn't there like a river walk thing there or something like that? A bunch of restaurants and everything.
There's also that, but just outside of San Antonio, there is a animal place where you can like drive your car through and see all of the animals and stuff, and they walk up to the vehicle and you can feed them and stuff. It's pretty cool. And Natural Bridge Caverns is out there too. If you haven't caught that, be sure to go to Natural Bridge Caverns as well.
SeaWorld and the Alamo.
Yep. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Yeah, man.
Party. Hey, cruising is fun anytime has made it into the chat.
Yes.
Hey,
Good morning.
Texas.
Yes. And Scratching Pete.
Oh, Scratching Pete made it in? What's up, Pete? Oh, man. Good morning from the Cruise Nuts. We got a Facebook user in the house. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nuts. I mean, cruise.
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation says 15 days for us.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Will G's leaving in 4 days.
And Jennifer, you're on the New Year's Eve cruise, if I'm not mistaken, on the Jubilee.
Perhaps. We got another Facebook user in the house. Good morning. Welcome in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Jennifer says, yes, Riverwalk is beautiful this time of year.
It is. It's lit up. It's beautiful.
Oh, and she said, that's okay. Hen is not the worst thing I've been called.
Oh, stop it,
So,
girl.
yeah, that'll work.
I said, what? This phone, it'll do whatever it wants.
And yes, New Year's Eve for the Jubilee.
Yeah, she's going to be on the Jubilee.
Speaking of the Jubilee, the Z-Show Cruise Fund has made it in with good morning content creators. Breaking news, 9 days until the greatest cruise of all time, the Carnival Jubilee, when she gets to the home port of the biggest state of
Texas.
That's not me, so don't y'all look at me.
No, that's the announcement in the
No, this time it's the cruise director trying to make sure everybody comes to the onboard shops and all the other nonsense that they are, like, canceled cruise day. Let's gouge everybody for all the crap we sell on board.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because
right.
They did us like that when we missed Grand Cayman, but no.
Yeah, y'all come
we
out of your staterooms and spend all your money.
Yeah, we stayed in.
Yep, 9 days, Cruise Nuts. They're on the Jubilee as well.
Man.
Yep. And we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for me to show you this right here. We have a visitor in town today, and it is none other than the Carnival Breeze. And while it is not warm today in Galveston, we are waking up to 59 degrees with 69% humidity and windy.
Very windy.
If you are sailing away on the Breeze today, your sail away forecast is going to be 62 degrees with 73% humidity and windy. So no matter what, you're going to be rocking and rolling today. Bring your
goodies,
seasickness medication, and take it accordingly before you sail. That way you can help prevent seasickness. That is a message straight from me to you. Don't sleep on that medicine. Kathy Mills says, I booked my first Royal Caribbean cruise this week with family and grandkids on the Allure for May. Excited to see what the big ship has to offer. Biggest so far was the Mardi Gras. Major differences, Scott?
Big, huge.
Yep.
Allure is Oasis class. Now, it's the only Oasis class that hasn't been retrofitted with some of the newer Oasis amenities. It was actually in Nassau with us yesterday, and it was kind of strange looking over at it and not seeing the dry slide coming down the back of it like, all the other Oasis ships have. But it's still amazing, fantastic ship. It will knock your socks off when you compare it to Mardi Gras.
Yep.
Whoa. Now that's a statement.
That's Oasis class. I mean,
yeah,
they
that's
got
a statement.
They got all of that big stuff on there. Wow. Traveling with Tinkerbell says 36 days until the NCL escape.
Oh, and Kathy,
we're escaping on NCL in a couple of days, in about 40 days too.
Kathy, let me tell you, when you go on with your kids, your grandkids, please tell us about it, because we're going on RCL for the first time in 2025. So please tell us.
Yep.
with kids. We're going with kids.
Absolutely. And speaking of going crazy, we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Jeremy to read to you this day in history.
And it's easy today, y'all.
Yeah, she proofread it, and so did I. So let's see how let's see how we can make it through this. Okay, today is Thursday, December 14th, and we're going all the way back to the year 867. Adrian II was elected Roman Catholic Pope. In 1503, French astrologer and physician Nostradamus, the most widely read seer of the Renaissance, was born. In 1568, the casket letters found to be damaging to the career of Mary, Queen of Scots, were produced at Westminster before a body of English commissioners appointed by Queen Elizabeth I. In 1799, George Washington, the first president of the United States of America, died at the age of 67.
He was young, well, you know.
In 1895, George VI, who became king of the United Kingdom on December 11th, 1936, following the abdication of the throne by his brother Edward VIII, was born. In 1960, the convention establishing the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development was signed by 18 European countries, the United States, and Canada. In 1979, British punk rock band The Clash released its breakthrough album, London Calling. In 1985, Wilma Mankiller became the first woman ever to serve as chief of a major Native American tribe when she was sworn in as principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. In 1993, the dramatic film Philadelphia, directed by Jonathan Demme and starring Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, had its world premiere. It was the first major Hollywood film to address the AIDS crisis, and Hanks won an Oscar for his performance. In 2012, a mass shooting in Newton, Connecticut left 28 people dead, including 20 children from Sandy Hook Elementary School and the 20-year-old shooter, Adam Lanza. In 2013, Irish actor Peter O'Toole, who captivated audiences with performances that showcased his versatility in roles ranging from classical drama to contemporary farce during a 7-decade stage and screen career, died at the age of 81.
It was nice looking.
Yep. And let's see. And finally, on this day in 1911, one of the greatest figures in the history of polar exploration was Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen, who left Norway for Antarctica on June 1910. And on this day in 1911, became the first person to reach the South Pole. And that will do it for this episode of Jeremy Goes Bananas. See, it wasn't too bad today.
Today was a good day for you.
It was a good day. Hey, Merriman Miracles has made it in. Good morning.
Hey, lady.
Good morning.
Yep. Listening while she does stuff.
That's good because you know what? I put you on the TV, and every day I said, "Let me turn it on," and I put it up on the TV and let it run. So you're getting watch hours, even though I'm not typing.
Globee's Travels has made it in. Good morning.
But you're one of the ones that I
Good
do
morning.
that put it on the TV.
Yep.
And just walk off. I do CME like that too. Put it on the TV and walk off.
Yep. Speaking of putting people on TV, let's see what Scott has to say today about the cruise and travel industry news.
Carnival cruise ship responds to emergency rescue 6 after a boat capsizes. Before sunrise on Wednesday, Carnival Vista rescued 6 men on a life raft Carnival Cruise Fleet Operations Center in Miami had received an emergency alert and reached out to the Carnival Vista as close to the reported location. The ship's master, Captain Pablo Saravini, immediately altered the ship's course to search for the craft. Carnival Vista's officers spotted the life raft and went into action to bring the 6 men onto the cruise ship.
Nice.
Their condition is unknown, but they are undoubtedly being given food, water, and medical care.
And
the cruise ship also learned that 6 additional crew members were still missing and alerted the Coast Guard officials in the Dominican Republic for assistance. The United States Coast Guard launched a search and released Carnival Vista to continue on its itinerary. It is not known whether the rescued remained on board the ship or if they were transferred to the Coast Guard authorities. It is also possible that they will be turned over to the appropriate authorities at the ship's next port of call, which is Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. The ship is currently sailing a 6-night Eastern Caribbean cruise departed from Port Canaveral, and the ship has already visited Nassau and will be visiting Amber Cove next. So it says here, Carnival Vista, I'm sorry, another pop-up. All cruise ships are obligated to safeguard all life at sea and offer assistance to anyone who may be in distress, whether they are commercial fishermen, cargo vessels, pleasure crafts, ferry boats, or even makeshift refugee boats. Carnival cruise ships have made a number of such rescues in 2023, as have other cruise lines ships all over the world. So it's very interesting. But so moving on, Princess Cruise guests upset at long delay and little compensation. Crown Princess was originally scheduled to set sail on a 10-night Mexican Riviera sailing from San Francisco, departing at 4 p.m. Several days before the debarkation, however, guests were notified of a delay because of harbor conditions that wouldn't permit the ship to dock. A buildup of silt near the dock, along with unexpectedly low tides in San Francisco Bay, meant that the Grand Class ship would not have enough required keel clearance to dock at the designated time. All guests were notified that the ship would be embarking at 6:30 p.m. instead of 4, and were asked to delay their arrival. Here it comes. Guests who did arrive at the previously scheduled time were also explained about the new situation and delay. Ultimately, Crown Princess ended up not leaving until 1:15 in the morning.
No.
And some guests had been waiting many hours before they could embark the vessel.
Wow,
the ship can welcome 4,800 guests at full capacity, and is home to 1,200 international crew. So while Princess Cruises had advised the guests not to arrive to the terminal until later in the day, many guests still arrived early anyway, and the cruise line took steps to ensure their comfort as best as possible. Several hundred guests who could be accommodated in the terminal were provided with snacks and refreshments while they waited. In addition, Princess Cruise Lines worked with a nearby Hyatt hotel to arrange an alternative space at the hotel's convention area for more than 1,500 guests. These arrangements included transportation to and from the hotel, as well as snacks and refreshments. Many guests remained in San Francisco, enjoying the city's many sights and attractions before proceeding to the cruise port later in the day. Whether guests arrived at the cruise port or opted to wait and visited the city, they all received $25 of onboard credit for the inconvenience and as compensation for the delay. However, some guests feel the compensation is minimal considering the extended delay, which lasted hours longer than first expected. While snacks and water were provided for waiting guests, those items were much more limited than the food they would have experienced on board. Because of security restrictions at the terminal, guests could not arrange for food delivery either. It should be noted that Princess Cruises passenger contract Section 8 does cover changes in timing, particularly when such circumstances are outside of the cruise line's control. And certainly low tide and other environmental conditions were definitely out of Princess's control. So.
And that's the way the news goes.
Well, there you have it.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It is, but at the same time, they were informed days in advance of this and still elected to show up early, like on the day and early, right? And again, like as somebody who does not like to arrive early, this would be a good argument for not doing it.
Right.
Yes.
Good morning. Shanster Travels has made it in. Working and lurking. Hello.
Good morning.
We also got Danny Morales has made it in. Look like it's rainy where
Hi.
he is. Good morning. Yep, he's got the umbrella up and everything.
I wish it would rain here. We're just getting cloud cover.
Yeah, and speaking of raining and missed ports and all of that good stuff, I know that Scott is currently dealing with this right here on the Anthem of the Seas, and he has asked all of us a question. Have you ever missed a port? And if so, do you sleep in or hit the day running?
So unfortunately, like it was hard when the captain came on the speakers in the staterooms at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was kind of hard to keep sleeping. For me, like once I'm kind of up, I'm up. I mean, if I'm really tired, I can go back to sleep, but I usually don't. So I personally usually hit the day running. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that, I'm out there feverishly, enjoying something on the ship. I might just be chilling, but I'm usually not heading back to bed. So.
Right.
Okay. Eddie? You're muted, good sir.
Well, thank you. If I hear an announcement at 6 a.m., I would say to Alice, shut the alarm off. And we would stay in bed. You better be in bed. And sleep as much as possible and then get up maybe around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Finally get ready, go outside, either have a late breakfast or early lunch. And then enjoy whatever was happening on the ship. That's what we did when we missed going to Paradise Beach. We slept till about 11, finally got up, went out, ate something, and we end up in the pool at Glory. I haven't been in a pool in decades, so we went ahead and had a little swim. It was nice to be back in the water. And but I will definitely sleep and stay in and go about the business later. So yes, definitely enjoy the day. Get some rest.
Yep. That's what we do. But then again, Sea Day brunch closes at noon or 1. So we got to make it, since it's a missport day, it's a Sea Day brunch day, which means that, we're sensitive to the closing time and do make it on time for Sea Day brunch. And
on the Glory, when we missed Grand Cayman, what happened? They had free room service. Remember? We ordered room service, expected to pay. When we got there, it was zero. When she got there, or he got there,
zero.
It was zero, and they didn't tell people that it was free room service. But we took advantage of
the pot of coffee. Yeah, it's normally $3, but nothing.
Yeah, and so we still went to Sea Day brunch, and that's about it. We slept in.
You definitely take it easy because then you don't have to make preparations to get off the ship. So yeah, we do sleep in if that's what you want to call it, and stay in.
We stay in.
Yeah, stay in the room. On C days, you're not going to find me out of the room that much. I don't know. This cruise is going to be different.
Yeah, because you got Scott.
Yes,
who's going to be moving around.
Yeah,
and you like to move around, but because I don't move around, you stay in there with me. But you don't have to go with him. I'm pushing you out.
Marjorie has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Canadian Family Life has made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yep. What is on the menu for today?
I know you live for her menu.
Yes, I do. Okay.
You thought about food, didn't you?
I did.
See,
I
you
did.
blanked out.
I went
You
to
blanked out.
I went to my happy place.
Yeah, baby, I'm not cooking.
Well, I am not a big breakfast person, but I actually took advantage of the situation this morning and I did go and get some breakfast. So
that'll work.
And I mean, nobody will know this. Nobody on the ship right now will hear this or know this, but I would like to take this opportunity to thank those people who took one for the team and took all of the pre-fried eggs that had been placed out underneath the warming lamp so that when I arrived to that station, I got one of the eggs that came right off of the grill onto a plate and got turned around and sat down, and they were as warm as if I had ordered them myself. Thank you.
Nice. At the not so hot limited omelet station. Is that what you're talking about here? Are we going omelet gate again?
Yes.
Canadian Family Life says leftover hodgepodge.
Okay.
That's got to be good, man. Hodgepodge. I gotta see what that's all about. We call it vegetable soup here in Texas. Yep. Nothing but veggies and broth.
Well, you know what? I said to my wife the other day, I said, Jeremy, would probably jump overboard in protest if he was on the Anthem and saw that they had the audacity to serve vegetable jambalaya. I'm like, how the heck do you have jambalaya without meat?
Oh, he wouldn't like that at all.
Oh no. You would see Jeremy talking to a white shirt for sure. Yeah,
right.
They had it. And they had this big, huge, like almost like, I don't know if you know what paella is, right? But they had this like big, huge paella bowl on the buffet with vegetable jambalaya. I'm thinking, is that even possible?
No, there's a workaround for this. There is a workaround. What I would do is get the jambalaya, then go to Guy's Pig and Anchor outside on there and get the andouille sausage, cut it up, and have jambalaya.
Yeah, right.
That's the workaround. But I would have to switch cruise lines and do all of that in order to make all of that work.
Exactly.
Yeah, vegetable jambalaya. That ain't right. That is not right at all. Oh my God. Wow.
I said, I don't even know if I should tell him that because it might like deter him from sailing.
Tomato, same crap.
Well, I expect different things, especially after the frog leg episode on my first time having the frog legs on Carnival. Naturally, I was super excited about this because I'm a Cajun person. In answer to your question the other day, whether I'm Creole or Cajun, I believe that I'm Cajun because my family.
I said that. I told you.
My family hails from Garner, Massachusetts. That's where my grandfather was born. So I'm not sure if they just crossed the border or if they went all the way around to Louisiana. But yes, that would qualify me as Cajun. So I was going somewhere with this. With the jambalaya. With the jambalaya not being on point, I know I would definitely have something to say, but I would also try to find a workaround as well.
Yeah.
The frog legs that I'm used to eating are fried, deep fried frog legs, nothing but. That's it. Okay, so that's what I expected when I ordered it. But my mind has been trained whenever you're on a cruise ship, it's not going to be like you have it at home. It's going to be slightly different. So, yeah, that's word to the wise that anybody that has not cruised before, it's going to be slightly different than you're used to. You got international cooks, you got Mediterranean people that are planning a lot of this stuff because the cruise ships come from the Mediterranean, you know, across the globe. They don't necessarily pay attention to our cultures in the way that we like things. However, they do a really good job of making alternative dishes, if you will. And yeah, the frog legs ended up being real good. Chancellor says, Cheryl, you look amazing.
Thank you, girl. You always look amazing. And I like that premiere you had yesterday on Rome.
Yep.
You know.
So I have some B-roll from Nassau. If you could put my feed up full screen, I'd like to share it with the viewers. And I want to preface this. Most of you will know, maybe some of you don't know. I was just in Nassau over Thanksgiving, and none of this was here. And there was way more than what you'll see in the video. I just captured a little bit of it. And I was thinking to myself yesterday, for a place that is known for its laid back, we'll get around to it sometime, what they call island time, right? They surely moved the complete opposite of island time to transform the island for Christmas, and I was really fascinated by it, and I hope you enjoy this little walkthrough of some Bahamian Christmas displays.
Yes. Oh, wow. We were there Christmas. Sat in that place and listened to Luther Vandross.
Yeah, like I said, I was just here like 3 weeks ago. None of this was here. You didn't even see like the makings of it. And for them to have just, moved so quickly. And of course, there were many more displays in other parts of the island that I had seen. Did not take any video of, but this is kind of like a plaza that's located towards the end of the port area, right next to Senor Frog's. It's a very popular place. A lot of people come here and take pictures and things. So of course they have it all decorated for Christmas. I was really just quite surprised how fast they had done it. Another thing I had noticed too was when I was here 3 weeks ago, I noticed that they had set up a carnival down on the Western Esplanade, and I learned some information about how that, why that carnival exists and how long it's been coming to the Bahamas and stuff. But what I had also found out was in this parking lot area outside the carnival, when I was here 3 weeks ago, it was, empty. But this time there were these cones set up and everything else. And I learned that that the Bahamian government actually requires all drivers be certified by a driving school in order to get their license. And it's a relatively new thing in the Bahamas. They did not require this, say even like 5 years ago. And as a result, it has, it's created some opportunity for businesses and stuff for people to start up driving school businesses and stuff like that. And this whole parking lot was filled with all these different cars with the name of the driving school on it. And all of these young Bahamian teenagers learning how to drive. And it was really fascinating. And I had this conversation with one of the instructors, and she had given me all this information. So it was just really interesting. If you could throw the feed up one more time there for me, I just wanted to show everybody this is it's not storming outside. It's not raining. It's not anything. This is simply how strong the winds are, even on the ship. That, of course, is the swimming pool. And as you can see, the winds are so strong that they are blowing the swimming pool water in a way that you would expect if we were being hit by a major thunderstorm or something.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it's just simply the winds hitting the swimming pool. And of course, the ocean is even worse. And I could not get any clear video of the ocean through the glass because the glass was just had a lot of sea salt and residue on it. And we're not allowed out on the open decks in order to film. So.
Right. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah. Shanster Travel says, thank you. I am working on the Roman Forum now. This place is just amazing.
I'm sure. And
yeah,
I've wanted to go so badly.
Good morning, Will. Together We Travel has made it in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Glow Beach Travel says the decorations are beautiful. Bet it looks even prettier at night with the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was able to actually see it last night from the ship before we left. We were the last ship to sail out, so it was very busy in Nassau yesterday. We had Freedom of the Seas, Allure of the Seas, Independence of the Seas, of course Anthem of the Seas, as well as Carnival Elation and Carnival Legend. So it was very busy, but once we were docked, our ship was docked right up against the port. We were not out in any of the farther out. We were right up against the island, so I was able to look right out and see it all lit up last night before we sailed out. We were, like I said, the last ship to sail out, and it was very, very pretty. And there's a lot more to that whole area, like down past Junkanoo Beach and stuff like that in the Western Esplanade. And there was just a ton more down there that we were able to see once we sailed out further down towards the lighthouse. You were able to look over and see all that as well. So it was very nice. And, again, just very surprising to me because it's not every day that you're, back 3 weeks later, and to see how fast they moved and to see how intricate all that. I mean, it's a lot of work for, like I said, for an environment or a location that prides itself on, getting around to things.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the same. It's no different here in Galveston. Okay. We know what you mean by island time because we stay on island time. Us. I'm talking about personally. We will get around to it whenever we can. Okay. And we do move like that. And the same thing happens with the decorations over here at Moody Gardens.
Yeah.
They have this festival of lights that lasts all December. Well, after we got back from Thanksgiving, I noticed they started working on it. Then they put the project down for a couple of days, come back, do some more, and it eventually gets built up to what we see now. The whole thing is lit up across the way, but island time. It's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing.
It really is. So we might drive 28 miles an hour here. I mean, like the people that live here, we know. It's just like
nobody.
It ain't going nowhere, and it is such a small place. It doesn't take but 10 minutes for us to get across the island. It's island time is what it is.
Yeah,
take the time, be slow.
Scott said it right. Island time. I never thought about that.
Speaking of islands, I know that we're going to some islands on Eddie's upcoming cruise. So let's see what the deal is with this one.
Well, we'll be leaving Aro, Tampa, October 28, 2024, on our way to Key West, a little island on the south of the Keys, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. Yes, on 6 days. Key West, Montego Bay, Grand Cayman. Please get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel for your cabin and to make your deposit as soon as possible, please. And there's going to be a lot of us on this cruise, including Tinkerbell will be there, House of X, Ocean to Ocean Travel, me and Alice, Lugo Studios will be there. All the guys here, Jeremy, Cheryl, also Scott. We're also going to have Orange Cone Blood, Cruise Nut, and a few other people. Mike and Rihanna's first cruise will be there also. So definitely looking forward to have everybody there. And so we can have a great time. October 28, 2024. Get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel for your deposit, cabin, and get it all set up. Listen to this.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island, Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact cruise@ocean2oceantravel.com.
That's right. That's right.
Come on.
Get your cabin done. See me traveling. Good
Looking at you on
morning.
the TV.
Driving and listening.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Jennifer says, yes, that was the wildest thing, moving from DFW and getting used to island time.
I know.
Is that Dallas Fort Worth? Is that what that is? Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's mass mayhem up there if I ever saw it. Their speed limits are a whole lot higher than they are in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's if you want to move fast, go to the city. Go to the city. Go to DFW is definitely where you can drive fast and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And let's see.
Who's coming on tonight?
That is a good question. Eddie.
And what we have here, it's a moment in the Word at 11 a.m. Eastern with Darian. Also at noon, hopefully Mayhem and Miracles will be on at noon also, 12:15. Usually Janet travels since it's Thursday today. Followed by 6 p.m. with Michaelan Spoil Mama, Gillian Farms. Following at 7 p.m., Journey with the Gingers, and Controversial Cruising and Vacation Nation will be having a trivia contest tonight. I believe that Traveling with Ticketable will be on tonight at 7. Mm-hmm. And closing the night will be Beach Please at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, that will work.
That will.
And due to the fact that you have a sea day, Scott, or a sit still day, what can we expect you to be doing for the remainder of the day?
Well, I mean, because a lot of I would have probably taken advantage of an opportunity to do the skydiving, right? So, but I can't do it because it won't be operating because of the winds. Of course, Flow Rider, I wouldn't probably do the Flow Rider anyway. I've done the Flow Rider in the past. Like when Royal Caribbean first introduced the Flow Rider to some of the ships, I had done it. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things, been there, done that. You don't have to do it forever in your life. But so, I mean, but that won't be running either. And of course, the bumper cars and stuff like that won't be running because you can't run those. Yeah, they can't run those when the ship is, I mean, I don't know. You guys probably can't tell on my video, but I mean, like, I am really rocking back and forth here a lot, right? Really moving. So they can't do that because the bumper cars need stability. You know, they can't risk, like if the ship were to hit something or whatever, they can't risk it. So anyway, so they won't be running it. So that's the kind of problem with Anthem is an amazing ship when it comes to facility and technology, right? Just incredible, with so much stuff to do. And unfortunately, when all of that stuff is out of commission, it's going to be a lot of people kind of sitting around, right? And I'm, probably not digging that. So I'm likely to maybe do some travel agent stuff, catch up on some travel agent stuff and like that or whatever. I am not going to spend all day in my room though. I am going to be out trying to do something or whatever. And since I had breakfast, I'm not likely to eat lunch. But because I had a pretty big breakfast, I literally could not separate this really crispy slab of bacon. I couldn't separate like two things off. So I just took the whole darn slab, right? So I had this like piece of bacon that was like this big or whatever, right?
So I know, right?
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm not likely to eat lunch because of that. But yeah. So otherwise, I'm just gonna chill. It would be an opportunity, though. I do want to hear. I mean, I've been hearing all the buzz about this new movie that was produced by President Obama and his wife, called like Leave the World Behind or something like that or whatever. It's on Netflix. So, and it was produced by by President Obama's production company or film company or whatever. It's got a lot of big names in it, and if the internet cooperates, maybe I'll hook up the Chromecast and check that out. So
cool.
Nice.
Let's see.
Oh, you wrote it to me. Okay,
I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, I made a note.
I was about to look it up. That's something we can watch too today. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
We can put it on the family chat.
Yep. All righty, folks. Well, we will not hold you any longer unless there are some other burning desires that Cruising is Fun Anytime.
We like for you to
share.
get already to the button push.
Yeah,
and then we like to stop you.
Correct.
Okay, come on. We're waiting.
Oh, okay. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show today. We really appreciate you guys coming in. Believe me, we really do. And everybody take care of each other out there. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Oh, God.
Bye.
I wasn't ready. You said goodbye. Oh, you're back.
And we're still live.
Okay, wait. I want to ask Scott. Yeah, it's a blooper. I want to ask Scott one question. Scott, where do you go next? And also, when you are wanting to go on Margaritaville right before 2.0, let us know so we can plan our day. And do they have, is it a place like for Hannah? Is there a kids club or whatever?
No. I mean, I had seen some kids on my 2-day Margaritaville. I don't know. It was kind of a blur. I came off of Celebration and on Margaritaville. That week, it was kind of a little bit of a blur for me, especially on Margaritaville. But anyway, I personally would never bring kids on a ship like Margaritaville. Now, I do not know what the kind of theming or the environment is going to be for the new ship and the longer itineraries.
Right.
I would have to believe that it is going to be in keeping with the margarita brand and its, Margaritaville roots. So I imagine it's going to be, so there you go. So Scott says there is. I mean, I think I do remember seeing kids on there. It's just that I don't think, it's a 2-day cruise, right? So, how much time can they do? I just personally do not think that that's the kind of cruise that you should be bringing kids on. It's just me.
Okay.
That's just me. But, but maybe, like I said, maybe it'll be completely different with the new ship because it will be longer itineraries going to some more kind of interesting places. So, yeah. So,
okay.
And the Bud Files made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
But
yeah, like I said, I imagined that there was a kids club and stuff like that. It's just that because I do remember seeing kids on, like a few kids on, not like you would see like on a typical Carnival cruise or Royal Caribbean cruise where there was tons of kids or families and stuff. I do remember seeing some kids on there, but it was a 2-day cruise and I had the drink package. So, how much time was there to really investigate whether or not there was a kids program? But yeah. So yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Okay, that's
Don't bring the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think just because of the kind of inherent nature of that kind of cruise. But again, it could be that the new ship is going to be completely different in that, kind of the environment or the atmosphere is going to be deliberately different because, like I said, longer sailings to more ports that are, more typically family types of, like places that you would go if you were on, a Carnival cruise or something like that. So it could be that way. So
Scott says it was next to the dining room. Every time we passed, I was like, that's a weird place for their club.
Oh,
okay. Well, I mean, I was only at the dining room one time, and it was just so that I could walk through and get B-roll. I did kind of, and the other thing I thought was kind of weird in that dining room, but again, it's an older ship. They're limited in what they could do. They have a specialty restaurant, the steakhouse, and it's actually inside the MDR. But it's sectioned off with this kind of like, it's not like a portable wall or anything, but it's kind of like in between a real wall and a portable wall, right? And it's up around the edge of the room, but it's literally inside the MDR, but it's the specialty restaurant and it's separate. So it's kind of crazy.
It's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, cool, everybody. Thank you so much for staying for the after show or something, whatever that was.
whatever.
Good morning, everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.